Ah, whew.
Hello. Welcome to July's At Home Film Festival. We're so excited that you've joined us for another round of shorts made by very funny people.
Yeah, and comics and creators and doesn't it feel like we were holding our breath and we just came back out of for air?
It truly does. It really, really does. I like that all month we're like, okay, we're going to figure out the technical difficulties. Like we've learned so much from last time. Now we're going to figure it out this time. And it just seems like we're starting all over from day one. But you know what? We've got the lovely Nick Maritato running the boards on the ones and
Yes,
twos.
he's our great tech person. I'm really happy that we got him. He's
Yeah,
very,
give it up for Nick, everybody.
yeah,
Clap for Nick at home right now. Everybody put those hands together. Okay, so we're very excited you guys are here. I mean, July is it's a very special month. It's a birthday month. Okay, not to make this about
yeah,
me, but tomorrow is my birthday. And that's just true. That's just
yes.
truth. Tomorrow is my birthday. Very
Um,
excited.
is there anything that you want? Is there something deep down? I know I was talking about getting you an Ethernet cable. Is that something that you'd like?
I think that would be really cool. I would love an Ethernet cable. I think that would help me a great deal. If you wanted to donate to us, that would be really cool because this month we have a very special it's an organization that we will be giving our money to.
Yes, the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
The way it works is that felons, when they get out after they've served their time, they don't, in some states, get the right to vote until they've paid fines. And you know, even you think, hey, I've been in there, I did my time, I should get out, I should be able to have all the rights of a citizen again. But it doesn't always work that way, unfortunately, because there's a lot of messed up stuff in this government. And this organization in particular helps people who have just recently come out of being incarcerated pay fines so that they can reenter society and that they can freaking vote because that's important. And we have a big election coming up. All
Yeah,
elections are big, but
this
especially
one's really big.
this is really, really big. And we need everybody to vote. Everyone that can vote and who wants to vote, everyone who can vote should vote. So
Yeah,
that's what we're about this month.
yeah,
But yeah, so we're excited about that. So send us a Venmo. We're gonna post our Venmo handles throughout the show. Send it to us. Put At Home Film Festival in the description, or you can actually just put whatever you want because whatever money we get over the next 2 days, we will collect and send to them. We raised like a good chunk of change last month for Beam, so we're
yeah.
excited for this month. But let's talk about movies, shall
Yes.
we, Sarah?
I've been watching so many movies while I've been, stuck at home for the first few months. And still now, I got the Criterion channel, so I watch a lot of foreign films like a snob.
Great. I hope you hold it over people.
Yeah, I do. It's like reading a
Yeah,
book. I try to drop it
yeah.
into as many conversations that I can.
We sent a bunch of questions to our participants for this month, and we thought it was only fair to answer those questions ourselves.
Yeah.
So the first question that we sent to people is, since this is the At Home Film Fest, what have you learned about your home since you've been in quarantine? Sarah, do you want to tell us what you've learned about your home since
Well,
you've been in
I
quarantine?
I have two homes. So this is my home in Aspen behind me, but my home in New York, we have no AC, so it just automatically turns into a sauna. So I feel like my skin looks amazing, but I call them my leg pits are always sweaty, and I always have sweat dripping down my inside my t-shirt.
Sounds slimy.
Yeah, what about you? What's going on at your place?
I think the big lesson I've learned in quarantine is that I was rationalizing roaches because living in Brooklyn. So I was in the first part of quarantine in Brooklyn, and then some family business brought us to the Jersey Shore, and we're in Jersey. And you know, in Brooklyn, you get the occasional roach, and you think, you know what? It's just part of life. Every house has bugs. You know, this bothers me, but like if I had other bugs, that would probably bother me. You know, it's just bugs are bugs is what I was always saying to myself in Brooklyn. Bugs are bugs.
Yeah.
Then here in New Jersey, I'll tell you what, I have learned that bugs are not bugs. I'm like catching spiders and letting them go, catching crickets and letting them go. I've never once caught a roach and let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I realize now that the bugs in everyone else's life, those are just like bugs that you're like, I don't want to kill you. Go back
Yeah.
into nature. Yeah.
But roaches, they get a bad share. Do you think it's because of the way they look?
I think instinctually as humans, we are like, it's like snakes, you know, like,
Yeah. They have a
yeah.
bad branding, and I think they need to be remarketed to us.
Well, they carry disease is the problem. It's like, you know, if they just
What?
wouldn't do that, that would be cool. Like crickets are not bringing disease into, you know, homes. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's where roaches kind of, I think, as humans evolved, really turned against them as an
Yeah.
insect.
Well,
Yeah.
you're just like, I would invite you in, but you're always sick. So I just can't have that in my home right now.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we another question we ask people is what's the best and worst movie you've watched in quarantine? Sarah, we split this question amongst ourselves. Sarah's going to do the best movie she saw in quarantine. I'm going to do the worst movie I saw in quarantine. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I watched this movie. It's on the Criterion Channel. It's called Stranger by the Lake. And it was like a thriller that took place in a like an area where a lot of gay men hook up. And it was interesting to see a world that I have never seen before. But it's the material is very the way it was shot was really pretty. The storyline was very like nice and just like revealed itself slow, not like forced. It was just like a natural storyline. And then it was just like actors I've never seen before. But then the portrayal, like there's a lot of sex in it. It was a sexy movie. It was a very sexy movie.
I love a sexy movie. I think all movies should have a little sex in it, no matter the genre.
Don't you miss it?
I
There
do.
used to be like 2 love scenes in a movie, and I would get so excited as a kid, like Top Gun, when you're like, oh my God, here comes the like montage love scene.
Yeah. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. You know, I did you ever see what's that movie about you know, I'm going deep into my childhood memory about a man, he doesn't have a finger, and there's a lot of love scenes, and they're on an island. I might be making this up.
Okay, one of your fan fictions.
It might be one of my fan fictions. Yes, one of my erotic fictions. The worst movie I saw, I think, was a split. They were both Disney movies. The first was The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. I, on the one hand, loved this movie. Okay, could not get enough of this movie. On the other hand, it was bad. It was a bad movie, very stale acting. I did laugh a couple of times, but lots of like plot holes and continuity issues, and really just sort of lacked the magic you think it would have.
Yeah.
But would I watch it again? Of course. I love that ride, and I love Eddie Murphy. Next movie I saw, also a Disney movie. It was the Country Bears movie. Okay, this was horrible. This was really bad. They're trying to get the band back together, but the whole movie rests on this plot point that involves Christopher Walken that is just so perfect, and it does involve armpit farts. Okay, so I hope I didn't spoil the movie for anybody, but I did really, I loved that extra. So they were terribly good. You know what I mean? It was one of those types of situations.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a movie that you would, if you were trying to leave and it came on, you would kind of like, wait a minute, let me just watch this really fast and I'll be 5 minutes late.
Yes. Yeah. But exactly. But it did involve a bear child that everyone pretended was a regular human. And so it was very confusing. And the bear child was like, but I'm a bear. And like the human family was like, no, you're not. And it was just, it was odd. seems to be like one of those issues where there's a lot of, many different drafts, many different writers' rooms, where they're coming in together.
It was floating around Hollywood for like 20 years.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Elton John cameo in there, which was fun.
What?
Yeah. I mean, you really got to
Wow.
watch it for Christopher Walken, but also Elton John. And then our last question we're going to be asking people are: there's so many genres, there's so many movie genres, but we know our top 6: action, comedy, sci-fi, romance, western, thriller. You have to get rid of one. Which one, and how are you going to do it? Sarah, how are you going to do it?
This one's really hard because I have no problem with any genre, but I guess if I was going to get rid of one, maybe sci-fi, but even that one's really hard for me. But you know what movie genre I would like to see is more Lifetime movies.
Yes, I love a Lifetime movie. I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
On the big screen. I would love to see Lifetime movies on the big screen.
That would be fun. Why don't they do that? A dollar theater somewhere should just be playing this.
I know. Don't you think a lot of TV actors would like to see themselves on the big screen?
Yeah, of course. Feed that ego, baby. Feed it. I'd get rid of thrillers, and I would do it by just scaring everybody to death who's involved. Okay, so that's how I would do it. I'd get rid of thrillers. I don't need them. Life is terrifying enough.
Yeah.
But you and I have been talking a lot about rom-coms lately. That's sort of been on our mind. We've been watching rom-coms and talking about them.
Yeah, I just watched Sleepless in Seattle, and I love that movie because everyone is so earnest in it, and there's nothing called out about it. And then I love rom-coms because I find the behavior in it to be psychotic, and that everybody enables it.
Totally. Could not agree more. And Sarah and we made a special video for July's At-Home Film Fest. It's a rom-com of our own, and it's going to be the first video we watch tonight. And without further ado, give it up for us. Give it up for Sarah and Ashley. We're going to now watch our rom-com. So give it up for us.
All right. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy.
What is it?
I'm right outside of his work. I just want to see what he looks like in real life.
This is great. You gotta do this. You'll never know, I wish I did this, but instead, I'm stuck here with Big Fat Rick.
Okay, I'll call you later.
Sounds good. Keep me posted.
Hey, I'm outside of his house. I'm thinking about breaking in. Is that crazy?
No. You know what is crazy, though? Not breaking into his house and never finding out the way he feels about you. I wish I was living. You are living. But instead, I'm stuck here with Rick. Big dumb Rick. He likes to brush out his rug fringe for fun. He's so boring.
Okay, I'm going in. Wish me luck.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Keep me posted.
I'm in his study. I think he's sleeping.
Perfect. You gotta tell him that you love him.
This is crazy.
So with love. I'd kill to be in love. Instead, I'm with big fat dumb Rick. God, you're so stupid. The other day, you told me that a dog has the reading level of an 8-year-old. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him so much. Now it's like novelty stocks are spilling over into my side of the dresser. I hate it. I don't do anything what you're doing. He has so much chest hair. It's everywhere. The other day I was at work, I opened up a sealed yogurt. His chest hair was in there. How does that chest hair get into a sealed yogurt?
I hear something.
Oh, that sounds like him.
He's calling the cops.
Go to him. I'm so proud of you.
Have you seen the movie Parasite?
I love this for you. It's perfect. It's so romantic.
And that was our rom-com.
I love
us, guys.
I love that whenever I finish, you're just like, okay, I'll call you later. Like, I missed some lines in there where I feel like we should have had acknowledgement of like, like, oh yeah, okay, we'll do that.
I feel like it really portrays a best friend, two best friends, one just encouraging the other to break into someone's house and then live in their basement.
Yeah.
I think we should get to our first participant of July. Can
Great.
we welcome the wonderful Katie Hannigan to the screen? Katie Hannigan, go ahead and unmute yourself and start your video. Hi.
Okay, hi. How's it going? That was a
Great. How
great
are
video. I loved it.
Thank you.
So funny.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just, hot. I am
Yeah.
hot.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so hot out.
Yeah.
We do have 3 questions for you, Katie. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, so this is the At Home Film Fest, and you've been at home. So what have you learned?
Well, I've been going in between my house and my boyfriend's house this whole time. So I learned, I guess, that I like his house better than mine. I love my place, but it's I can hear everything that happens above me. These people have a baby now. I think that my neighbors had a baby. I guess I learned that. And a dog. I don't know.
Big.
There's a lot of pitter patter of little feet, and I'm not sure what kind of feet, but it's very busy up
big.
there.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I feel like a lot of people had babies during quarantine.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had thought ahead, I could have had a friend by now to spend the time with.
Okay, so what's the best and worst movie you watched during quarantine? Do you
Okay,
have?
let me just say, in the spirit
Yes.
of your guys' movie, 2 movies came to mind because I've also been on a Lifetime / then I go to Hallmark, then I go to Women's Entertainment, and I just create like a mashup for myself. But I'd have to say, best movie that I've seen so far was a Lifetime called Psycho Yoga Instructor.
That sounds great.
Oh, it was so great. There's so many things that you love about Lifetime movies, just all wrapped into a perfect package of infidelity, chest muscles, ab muscles, a beautiful wife who doesn't really have a job for some reason, but decides to become a yoga instructor in the hopes that she'll create extra income. Meanwhile, she's hiring a private teacher. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to.
No. And it's always like the lady is unhinged or somebody's unhinged in these Hallmark movies.
It's just like a woman who cannot perceive a red flag.
Yeah.
It's just like she ignores obvious red flags. Like, oh, like my yoga teacher tried to kiss me. That seems normal. Like, I guess it's a different culture. It's like, well, he's Spanish. So
yeah. I've come to the
Interesting.
conclusion that you cannot have your characters be sane in a movie or there'll be no plot driven. It won't move forward. You have to have them do something abnormal.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be, otherwise it would just be like, oh, this is just a rational person who is like not putting themselves in a bad situation. Why wouldn't anyone want to watch that?
That's a good question.
But actually, to contrast though, my least favorite movie, I'd have to say, like, that kind of movie is a Hallmark movie. Because like in a Hallmark movie, it's literally like, I went on a yoga retreat, I met an incredible man, then I broke up with my other boyfriend, and then my dad paid for the wedding. And that's the whole movie. It's just like a movie where everything works out perfectly and there's no conflict at all, except for maybe she was like, I fell at the retreat.
Wow, that sounds so boring.
You love it. You gotta love it though, because it is so boring and so like perfect that it feels like you're looking into like a parallel dimension. It's bizarre how normal it is. And it's always like the heroine is always like a beautiful blonde girl, and then all the other girls are just like normal looking, like, but they have to kind of like pretend that they're shrews, She's like, where's my hotel?
Can you give us a Hallmark movie recommendation?
Oh,
like
this was the movie I was referencing. What was it? I think it was called Hitting the Slopes. That was one of the ones that we saw that was particularly bad. It stars the girl who plays Suri in 30 Rock. She's the heroine.
Yes.
She goes on a ski trip and falls in love with a photographer and
Mm.
that's the whole movie.
I mean, those photographers, they're so easy to come by, and they're always rich and ready to go.
And this guy wasn't even a nice guy. He was like kind of condescending to her. Like they had, I don't know, maybe some women like that where it's like the guy was negs her and then she also negs him. But I was like, oh, I wouldn't talk to this guy if he was rude like this. But that's how you know you're going to be in love with somebody.
Oh yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that makes sense. In some weird, fucked up way. Okay, you've got to get rid of one of these genres: action, comedy, sci-fi, romance, western, thriller. Which one, and how are you going to do it?
I guess I'm going to get rid of action movies because I don't like those type of movies. I love sci-fi. That's my favorite genre. So I guess I would just change all the action scenes to maybe like some kind of dystopian reality, or some kind of
everybody just
future. Yeah, instead of
everybody
a car chase,
themed.
it's a spaceship chase, and then I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
love it. Well,
great.
Katie, thank you so much for being a part, coming on here and talking to us. We're excited to share your video. Please give Katie a round of applause at home. This is Katie Hannigan's video, short film. Let me be correct. Turn off your video. Yeah.
Okay, my turn, I guess. Okay, never have I ever had sex.
Hi.
Katie, everybody. So fun. Love that. Twist I didn't see coming.
I know, and so relatable. How often I think it's daily that we're flashing back to a horrific thing that we've done at a party before.
Oh my God, I don't miss it at all. I just, really. I don't think I'll ever go to a party again.
No.
Let's bring up our next participants. Please give a big round of applause to the lovely Courtney McGinnis and Casey James Solengo, everybody.
Yay!
Hey, hi.
Wow,
Yeah,
look, they're doing
Thank
it.
you.
That's what we wanted.
Hi, how
More
are
love
ya?
making.
Hey.
Still in love after all these years, and after all
You
these
guys are
years,
so-
come on, we're having fun. How are you,
You
girls?
guys are so horny, and we love it. That's why we
Thank
wanted
you.
to have you guys on. We were like, they will kiss for us.
Yes.
So thank you for being here. Oh my God, there we go.
Your
My
tongue
mom
tastes like cum.
loves it, and I
What?
mean that seriously. Yeah.
What?
My mom is just going to be very excited about this. She's
Aw,
going to text
that's
me and be
nice.
like, I'm happy for that young couple. Both
Aw.
seem like the appropriate length, you know?
Yeah, great. We love you, Mrs. Brooke Roberts.
We love you, Mrs. Brooke Roberts.
Guys, how the hell are ya?
We're amazing.
Feeling great. Every day's a gift.
How are you guys? We miss you.
Yeah,
we're
how are you? We said.
I mean,
doing
every
great.
day's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's
Well,
right.
Look what I got with my stimulus check. I bought this house in Aspen.
In Aspen, it's beautiful.
Can I say, Sarah, that just suits you. You know, Aspen is so you know? Also,
it really is.
we're really concerned about you not having an air conditioner. And
Yeah.
I would like to say maybe you should reroute the funds. I mean, it sounds like a great organization, but you need an air conditioner.
Yeah, we don't need felons voting as much as you need to be cool. I love the thought, but what the fuck? You've got money, Sarah. Get a goddamn air conditioner. Is this a point of pride?
No, I have one in the bedroom, but we don't do one in the living room because it's too big, and also because we watch TV and it's noisy. So we just put a fan in there.
You're crazy.
You're
You're,
sick.
you're
You're a
goddamn.
sick fuck, but I like you.
You're one sick bitch, but we love you.
I love it.
Okay, guys, you've been at home. What have you learned about your home? Take it away.
I mean, I think I've definitely learned that our pets fucking suck. Look
Yeah.
at them over there.
Look
Look
at
at them.
Oh, they're asleep.
They're
Can you
asleep.
see 'em?
My
Wake
God,
up.
they're
Yeah.
so
Get
cute.
up for the camera.
They're cute, but then
Love
we
them.
just got this kitten. Look at him. Hello, Levon.
Sleepy boy. His name's Levon.
But the thing
Mm.
is, like, I've never had a cat before in my
Yeah.
life. I've like always been a dog person, and I'll like eat edibles and then forget we have a cat. And so like he's a kitten, so he'll like go knock shit over in the living room, and I'll be in bed and I'll be like, "There's an intruder," you know, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die. And then Casey's like pretending to be asleep because he wouldn't save me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it. Seems like a you
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, he's kind of a psycho. He spends a lot of his time violently attacking Courtney and our dog.
Yeah.
And I have to be like, he's gonna grow out of it, but I don't know if that's true.
No, kittens, yeah, they're on acid for like the first year. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like psychopathic freaks. Yeah,
That's
on
so
psychedelics.
great. It's so great that literally no one told me that until like I had a kitten.
I've had a lot of cats, and I don't know. Each one's different. He could just have some mental issues that we don't know about. And there's no kitten doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't
Especially.
Yeah. You can't get it analyzed.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What
with
does this
that-
ink blot
That
look like
would-
to you?
That would be fun and good inspiration for next month's film fest, though. A kitten psychologist.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Analyze this. It's Robert De Niro and a cat. Or Billy Crystal. I forget who
Analyze
was
fish, okay?
What?
Analyze fish. You know,
Analyze
cats and
fish. Good
Okay,
say.
okay.
You're
I
I
love
don't like it.
I love it.
What
Look at
is-
this- Go ahead.
What's the best and worst movie y'all seen? Okay, just tell us. Best and worst.
What was it, honey? I forgot what we said.
No, he said okay. So we were gonna. Sorry, I know you said movie, but we in quarantine watched all of The Sopranos, and so that is the best thing we watched for sure. It was like very exciting. Casey was like, "I'm gonna go to the grocery store and buy some prosciutto," and I was like, "Who the fuck are you? I love it." You know, it was like, we loved
Yeah,
it.
we were eating a lot of meats and cheeses. I would make huge fucking party subs just
Oh
for the
my
two of
God,
us.
I had so much heartburn for like the first 2 months.
We were so fat.
We
We
were
trimmed
so
it down, but we were fat.
Well, you guys look amazing. You look
Thank
so
you.
good.
So, I was waiting
But-
for one of you to say something.
You both look incredible. I like that
Thank-
you dress alike. I think that's real cute.
Yeah, we dress alike. I'm trying to get my hair like her. I'm growing my hair out, but it's also balding at the same rate. So it's just kind of shifting backwards.
Just slowly moving down
Yeah,
your head.
it's just sloping down my neck.
Have us on in 6 months. We'll do an update.
I'll be fully bald, but my hair will start with my shoulders down.
Yes.
Is this the first time you guys have watched it, or was this a rewatch?
First time.
I watched it. I worked on a weed farm in California to raise money to come to New York, and
Yes.
the only we had all the Sopranos DVDs in the RV that I slept in, so I just get high as shit. So I didn't remember a lot of it. So it was fun for me.
But first time. I can't. Adriana, are you kidding? We would be best friends, okay?
She's a great character. Yeah.
Incredible. She
Yeah,
is a rat, but she's incredible.
She's a
I
rat.
mean,
We're trying to figure
she's
out what
a rat.
character. She would be Adriana, and I would be the bartender who gets his ass kicked by Tony all the time. Those are the just for no reason. Just he hits him with a phone or a cash register.
Yeah, they're so violent.
The worst movie we saw though, but like it was also the most fun is, which is I'm noticing is an overlap for everyone, is we watched Medea Witness Protection.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. She like mistakes, Denise Richards is in it and she's doing
God,
yoga, and Medea, Tyler Perry kept being like, Yoda, I don't know about Yoda. And that was like one of the big jokes of the movie, like callbacks and everything. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but recently Tyler Perry told everyone that he like wrote 100 movie scripts in 1 year, and everyone was kind of like, yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, and if you watch the early Medea movies, there's a lot of like wife beating. There's a lot of like grandpas trying to, weird sexual stuff with their grandchildren. There's a lot of
lots of drama.
Stuff.
We watched Twilight Zone too, and a lot of the old Twilight Zone is like highly pedophilic. A lot
of pedophilia in the Twilight Zone. They don't tell you about that.
Wow.
I did not know that. That's a weird portal.
It's a weird portal.
Okay. You guys, you've got to get rid of one. Action, comedy, sci-fi, romance, Western, or thriller. Which one and how are you going to do it?
Western, and you just got to kill a bunch of old white men. That's it.
There you go.
We're gonna kill any white man older than me or younger than me. I'm gonna be the only one left.
At sunset or dawn, it's got to be. I feel like dramatically, the sun has to be setting.
Yeah,
in the west,
yeah. It's gonna be sun while we kill every single white man except for me. The one good one. Me and Regis, and he's dead.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry to bring it up. We love Regis.
We love Regis. Don't say it. We watched the clip of Regis farting live on air like a bunch of times.
Oh my God.
I love him so much. I'll never forgive Michael Strahan for what he did. He took his chair and then he gave it up, and now Ryan Seacrest. Anyway, don't get me started. I love Regis.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
On that note, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. We're very excited to show your film. Please, at home, give it up for Courtney and Casey.
We love you guys so much. You guys are the best and the funniest. So
love
beautiful.
You guys.
I'm so bored. I'm so sick of this. We don't do anything. We just sit here. Nothing exciting happens. Why can't our life be dramatic like this? This is fun and crazy.
I mean, honey, this is TV. It's all in the editing.
I wish someone would edit our lives to make it seem interesting at least.
Honey, are these dishes clean or dirty?
She asked me if the dishes were dirty and I didn't know. I usually just smell them. Honey, I think there's a cardinal out here. Might be a robin. I honestly cannot tell if it was a cardinal or a robin. I'm pretty sure they're both red, and I don't really know a lot about birds.
Oh, I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Something to the fruit. I keep finding it all bruised and wet.
Until my mom told me to see it for fresh. Honey, do beans expire?
What? Yes, of course.
I don't think they expire. So, we talked about it and we both agreed that beans do expire.
I know he's still gonna eat those expired beans.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Beans expire, you kidding me? Come on. They're in a can. I don't know what she's doing all day. It doesn't make any sense to me. So they say it's going to be the greatest wrestling match ever, but I don't even know how they can say that. I mean, it's Edge and Randy Orton. They're great superstars, sure, multiple-time world champions, but they don't square up against, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, who had a much better match the Thursday before. So I don't even know how they can say that it's going to be the greatest wrestling. I mean, who's even judging? What are the metrics that it's based on,
It's like that every day. How many matches do you have a week? What? That's gonna be my whole life.
I mean,
Hi.
that's basically marriage in a nutshell, or any long-term relationship is just really you just share long, boring stories with your partner.
Casey was mouthing the fruit, and I like that Courtney went to Courtney and she was like, I know he's gonna eat those beans. I mean, I've definitely been in that situation. Really wonderful use of the genre of like a reality television type thing. And I love the confessionals. I love a confessional. I think it's time for us to move on to our next video. Please welcome the very wonderful Russ and Michael Stevens to the show. This is a big deal. This is our feature film segment. For the first time, we're going to be doing a feature film. Hi, welcome.
Hey.
How are you two doing?
I'm so bored.
Yeah, life's hard. It's been difficult. Yeah, we're trying to keep it together over here. We do. Are you guys excited about your questions that we have for you?
Yes. I thought that's the only thing I've thought about all day.
Okay, good.
Great. We love to hear it. And I do want to just go ahead and thank you guys for being our first feature film that we've ever shown on the At Home Film Fest. Yeah, this is exciting for us. We're very pumped. We've never done this before. So let's just do it one at a time. Okay, whoever wants to go first, what have you learned about your home since quarantine has started?
Michael, I'll cede the floor to you.
It can be clean. I think that's what I learned. It can be very clean. Like, if I just believe in myself enough, then like I can get this place in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Wait, that is also something I discovered early on where I was like, I guess I could just organize the closet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's time now. I have no longer, after years of not having an organized closet, I can just see what's on the floor. I've been wondering what's on my floor.
It's amazing to learn how to do have control over it. That was like refreshing for me.
Yeah. I use it as a procrastination. Anytime I need to do something, then I'm like, I gotta reorganize the linen closet.
Oh yeah.
To get done.
Russ, what about you?
Oh man, I think I need a garage. I got so many things that don't have a place, and I either need a house or a garage, and a garage is cheaper. So I think I need a garage.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing this cleaning thing that everyone else is talking about because I've given up. So I need just a new space, or even actually just another closet that I can just throw stuff in and close it, and it stays closed. That's what I want.
That's different.
That's all I need. I wish I had it.
Wow.
Have you ever thought about a storage unit?
Yes.
Literally a week ago, I was like, I've got this snowboard under my bed that's taking up space, and I Marie Kondoed 4 times in the last 2 years. So this is it. Like, what I have is all of my stuff. And if it can't be in this apartment, then it's got to go somewhere else. So I think I'm about the storage unit real soon.
Wild.
Yeah, sounds smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to like activity devices that you use 3 times a year. You're like, I don't want to get rid of it because I do need it.
I bought rollerblades thinking that I was just gonna rollerblade, listen to music almost every day. I think I've done it once.
That sounds real fun though.
It does, doesn't it? But it's a lot harder to get to smooth road in New York.
No, that's true.
Yeah, you're gonna trip on some shit. There's gonna be some gravel, something.
Trash.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, guys. Best and worst movie.
I'll start. The worst movie I saw was Vin Diesel's Bloodshot. It's like it's a superhero movie with him that's real bad. And the best movie I saw, I'm a Hallmark guy, was one of their spring fling films, You're Baking Me Crazy.
Come on. You made up that title.
No, I didn't. You can look it up. It's real good. It's
Okay.
about two rival food truck purveyors that live in Portland, and they don't realize that they know each other because like each one's sibling like knows each other. And the guy runs a bacon truck called Mo Bacon, and the girl is like into like vegetables, and
How's
they
it gonna
fall
work?
exactly. And the fact that those two crazy kids make it work, honestly, it was like I've only watched the Christmas movies, but now that I know all their seasonal movies are
Oh
good,
my God.
yeah, it was so sick.
Oh,
So
they look
good.
like brother and sister.
They do look too similar.
Yeah, but he's real cool. And he's into bacon, she's into vegetables. They like grab a tomato at the same time in one scene at
Oh
like
my
a farmer's
God.
market, and it's sick. It's really good. It's the best.
Incredible.
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Well, I guess
I'm
we have to
excited.
watch it. Me too.
Okay.
Michael, yeah.
He froze.
No.
Michael.
So I'd say the worst. No, yeah, my connection sucks. So I'm just gonna run through it.
Yeah.
The worst is As Good as It Gets. Like I watched that movie 2 times in life. Yeah, I watched it once as a child, and I was like, "This is fun." And then I watched it as an adult, and my lord, lots of homophobia and
Is it not woke?
misogyny. And yeah, I mean, well, not. Oh man, we're not even gonna have this conversation.
Okay.
It's
Wait.
it's not woke to say the least.
Wait, As Good as It Gets, the Jack Nicholson one with Greg
Yeah.
Kinnear?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
If I
Yeah.
remember correctly,
Yeah.
he has OCD and he uses that as like
Yeah.
an excuse to be a dick to people. Where he's
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember being like, this feels like a questionable portrayal of mental illness as a child.
Yeah.
When mental illness is problematic, it's like they're messy.
Okay, so that was the worst. And then what was the best?
So I also got really into Criterion Collection. So the best thing that I saw was this movie called Where is the
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger for sure. Where is what?
Where is the what?
Where is the what? Where
It's
is
really
the?
just about like,
Oh my God.
Put it in the chat, please.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We need to know. Where is the? Okay, while we
Oh.
figure that out, Russ, you have to get
Where is the
Where's
Where-
the
Where
friend's
is the
place?
friend's
place?
place? Okay.
Didn't put that
Okay.
together.
Where is the friend's place? Lots of empathy. Oh,
Yeah.
Caps.
all caps. That's great. Okay, guys, you have to get rid of a genre. You have to get rid of one. What's it gonna be? How are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna get rid of westerns, and the way I'll do it is I'll just add women, and it will become a drama.
Great, I love it. It will sort of just become, like a masterpiece theater type thing, like
Yeah.
a period drama. Okay, Michael, what about you? Okay, drop
no
it in
more
the chat.
sci-fi?
No more sci-fi.
Wow.
Wow, didn't see that coming. I just assumed everyone would love sci-fi. Wow, there we go.
No more sci-fi.
But
I
it
was
says that's
looking at
crazy.
Yeah. I was looking at this list earlier and I was like, which genre will not be cut? And I was like, comedy and sci-fi for sure will not be cut. But you know what?
That's what I thought.
That's my own point of view. I'm just projecting. You guys, we're going to play your film. Somebody will say that, okay, Michael just put in the chat, somebody will say that's crazy that he wants to get rid of sci-fi, and we agree. But you know what? We did ask you to pick a genre, and you did.
And you had to.
You had to. Your back was against the wall. You know, everyone had to get rid of everyone had to get rid of one genre. Those are the rules. Without further ado, please give it up at home for Michael and Russ Stevens. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Enjoy their film.
Hello, I'm Mitch Mitchell.
And I'm Garrett Gardner. And we just wanted to take a second to let you know that now, more than ever,
During this COVID-19 crisis, we here at Maioli, we're with you.
That's right. We want you to stay safe and stay out of our stores, which is why we're offering 10% off all mayo purchases made online using the promo code COVID-19.
Again, now more than ever. During this pandemic, we all have to do our part because all lives matter. Hello, my name is Mitch Mitchell.
And I'm Garrett Gardner. And again, we just want to take a second to let you guys know that now, more than ever,
It's important for all of us to speak up against police brutality, including us here at Maioli. We're with you.
That's right. We want you to stay safe during these protests.
And stay out of our stores.
Which is why we're offering 15% off all mayo purchases using the promo code Black Lives Matter.
Again, now more than ever, it's important for all of us to do our part and remember that Black lives
and all lives
matter. Hey, I'm Mitch Mitchell.
And I'm Gary Gardner, and we would just want to take a second to let you know that now more than ever,
we here at Maioli, we really care about our LGBTQIA siblings,
and we're with you. That's right. So starting today, we're launching the Pride Initiative. So we'll be taking 20% off all mail purchases made online using the promo code PRIDE.
Again, now more than ever, it's important for us to ensure that LGBTQIA+ and Black
and all lives matter.
Yeah, we got everything. Yeah, what do you think we need to do about it? Okay. Hi, I'm Mitch Mitchell.
And I'm Garrett Gardner, and okay, so now okay. Did you know about this thing called Juneteenth?
Okay, so Juneteenth is a thing, and it's bad. Well, no, Juneteenth's not bad. Slavery. It's about slavery, so it's good. But not slavery isn't good. But Juneteenth is good, and slavery is bad. And now more than ever,
look, we care about it.
We care about it now more than ever.
But we don't know what we're doing, and that's not our fault.
We don't know.
When I was a kid, when I was.
More than this.
No. You see this right here?
Okay, I have a book. It's African American Wisdom.
Okay.
All right.
This is a New York Times bestseller.
You can work at treating human beings with the values they have made by God. Isn't that great?
Who said that?
Bill Cosby. Superman didn't ask to be more powerful than all the other human beings.
He's black. And he's canceled.
I don't even see color.
I think we're supposed to. I didn't know black people could be canceled because I'm not racist.
How come people don't want to talk about Superman's privilege?
Mostly because Superman's not a real person. You good?
Fine. Oh, God. I just thought of intersectional anything at all.
You good?
I'm fine. Oh, God.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault, man.
I read the New York Times every week.
All lives matter.
Give it up for Russ and Michael. Love it. Love it. I imagine, that's just a very funny portrayal of what I am pretty sure was happening for most companies, at least from some of the emails I was getting.
If anybody was having the hardest time is corporations.
Yes.
My heart goes out to them.
You guys, let's welcome our next participant of the show, Lucas Harvey. Everybody, come on down.
There we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
I love how the camera was shaking like it was an earthquake when they said all lives matter at the end. Like it was like, like they were just learning all that for the first time. That's been me many times. I'm not gonna lie. I've been that guy. Yeah.
Lucas, where are you? That looks different than your apartment.
I'm at Molly's parents' house. See, check it out. There's Molly, Bernie.
Hi, Molly. Hi. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, we're up in New Hampshire. It's great. We went to Maine today. It's been really nice. Went to the beach.
Yeah, everything's so accessible.
Yeah.
What movies have you guys? What's some of your? What's a favorite?
Yeah,
movie
what's the
that you
best and
watched?
the worst? Best and the worst.
Okay, best and the worst. I'm pretty quick. I'm pretty easy. There was one movie I saw that was the worst called Code 46. Had Tim Robbins in it, and it was like an Instagram movie. Like every shot was beautiful. It looked so nice, but it was just terribly boring and didn't really go anywhere. And there was a full frontal nudity shot for no reason at all, just to get your attention, I guess. Like they just had just full, it was. I guess it got so boring they just needed to have some nudity to make it look interesting.
Yeah.
But, it was a really boring, bad movie, and it had so much promise. I fast forwarded through the second half of it, but that was the worst. The best was a movie called 13 Days, which is about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was really nice. They had some actors portraying the Kennedy brothers, and they were good. But of course, it's known for Kevin Costner's notoriously bad Boston accent. It's so bad.
It's so hard.
Why
Why does he
guys,
attempt it? It's so weird.
You remember? Yeah, it's so sad. He was the producer on that movie, so he probably insisted on playing, a man of power, but he just couldn't play the voice. But that was the worst. Yeah. But no, the best. That was the best. My favorite.
I relate to Kevin Costner on that one.
Yeah.
It's a hard accent to do. It is.
It is.
To do it right, it is hard.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to butcher it.
It gets too cartoony sometimes. I feel like you actually have to have Boston actors play Boston people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucas, you got to get rid of a genre. And how are you going to do it? Which one? How are you going to do it?
Well, whatever cruel God made this rule, I guess I have to follow along with it. I'm gonna get rid of thrillers.
Okay.
Get rid of thrillers, just like you, Ashley. I said life's already creepy enough. It's already scary enough. Every time I see these scary movies, I don't know. I like the comedy scary movies, but not necessarily thrillers, because sometimes I feel like those people are actually psychopaths that make those movies.
Yeah.
Like those kind of people that you would go visit them when you were a kid, and you would stay in their house and you would play with their toys, and they would treat you like you were one of their toys. They would get bored with you after a while and be like, it's time for you to go home now. And if you had those kind of friends, you'll know what I'm talking about. And they go to film school. And they learn how to play with humans and make a movie.
That's
Do
what
what
I
I
feel
want you to do.
Yeah, like what is it? Is that the guy that does is it Eli Roth who does all those torture porn movies?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
That stuff's really creepy. It's actually kind of insane. Like who wants to do that?
What is that? To be anxiety induced for 90 minutes and then there's actually no relief. You're like, this is awful.
It's awful torture movie. Yeah, it's like that thing that you say, Sarah, where you're like, if you're into barely legal porn, you probably like illegal porn. Right? Like, why are you doing the barely legal? Like, what's
there's something weird. Yeah, something's a little bit weird. No sex shaming, but yeah, that one's a weird one.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, everybody give Lucas a round of applause. We're gonna watch Lucas's film. Thank you for being a part of this.
Okay, enjoy. Yeah, and we're out here at Astoria Park celebrating one of the last remaining French traditions, known as a picnic.
People think that picnics are an American tradition, but it's not.
No, picnic is actually originated as a French word, pique-nique, which means to hunt and peck for little things. Balls! Always make sure to bring any type of ball to the park, because when you get bored and you run out of conversation, it's a really great way to pass the time.
I remember one time I mentioned childhood trauma and it was really awkward. So I was like, hey guys, let's kick the soccer ball around.
She was talking about how many terrible times she had with an abusive uncle. And everybody decided that's a really good time to bring out a ball and kick it around. Always make sure you bring your ice pack when you come to the park. Keep cold drinks cold. Sarah likes a watermelon vintage.
It's one of my favorites.
Trash.
Now you come to the end of the picnic and you've got your trash everywhere.
Sarah brings up a really good point. Once you have trash at the park, you must carry it out. We have what's called the carry-in, carry-out policy. That's where you bring your trash in.
And you bring your trash out.
That's right. So that's what we're gonna do. So come along with us and we'll show you how to carry your trash out.
Yay.
Love it. And there you are, Sarah.
Yeah, I did a little cameo.
I love it. I love it. You guys, we are at the halfway mark of the show. We have a few more videos left to show you. And we want to just go ahead and put up our Venmo on the screen for a second. There's Sarah, there's Ashley. Send us any amount of money if you'd like to contribute. We will be sending it to the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. After tonight, we'll have a couple of days. We'll wait for some Venmos and then we'll send it in. And we just want to, we're hoping to use art to make a difference in the world. Believe it or not, that is our goal. And I think that Sarah, I'm the next video.
You are.
I'm the next video. This is a short film that I made and I don't even have to answer those questions because we already did it. So without further ado, please at home, give it up for me. Ashley McRoberts, give it up for me. Here we go. Hey Nick, I'm gonna need you to restart this, hun. We don't have sound on this video for some reason. If you could just rewind it, we'll try that again. And if you guys missed our Venmo when we put it up there, it is on our YouTube. It is a comment on our YouTube comments on our page under this live. You can check it out there. And then hopefully we'll get sound for this go around. It's just, yeah, there we go. Yeah, here we go. We're going to take it from the beginning because.
Hi.
Hey, sorry. You guys feel free to vamp when the tech is weird.
We love to vamp. We love to
We
vamp.
didn't really have a pre-meeting, but like if the tech is weird, you guys can just run with it. Just go.
Well, we love it.
fun.
We love vamping. We love vamping.
we
Here's
do.
a fun.
Vamping. A little
Yeah,
bit.
we
People
love
like
to vamp.
vamps. People
Yeah, we
love
love to
it.
vamp. We're
Hi,
doing it
Ashley.
different. Hey Sarah, how you doing?
This is really just, we purposely did it because then we wanted to check in with each other and just vamp.
You know,
Those are so good.
Yeah, I agree. And before we started the show, I asked you if you knew what the Great Wolf Lodge was, because that's where it looks like you are. And the Great
Yes.
Wolf Lodge is a series of indoor water park hotels on the south in the southeast. So they're designed to look like Aspen lodges, but they're like in like South Carolina. And there's a giant water park inside a hotel. It's very germy, and it's just
Sounds
like
it.
it seems like a scheme, you know, like come to our hotel, it's also a water park, and then they charge you a ton of money. So, but that's the aesthetic they go for. I think this might be working. I'm hesitant to stop talking, but
Hi. Well, hi. Welcome to Greta's Garden. I'm Greta, and this is my garden. And today we're going to be talking about edible and inedible plants in your front yard. You might have a whole buffet and not even know it. Take, for example, Rebecca Yaherda, also known as Black-Eyed Susan. Not edible. If you'd like to be...
Hey, who the hell are
what
you?
We lost her. That garden sucked anyway. Couldn't eat shit in that garden. Edible, 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 not edible, edible, not edible, edible. That's not edible. Did you get that? Did you?
Yes. What the fuck is she talking about?
Don't get discouraged. We're gonna find a garden. I feel pretty confident about it. You know, it's my dream to have a gardening show, and I'm not gonna let the fact that I don't have a garden hold me back. Do you think this is a good garden?
No, that's a fountain.
The idea is you get a gardening show, and then you get money to buy a house. And guess what? You have, when you have a house, you have a garden. It looks cool though, right? Welcome to Greta's Fountain. I specialize, okay, you're right. I live in an apartment. I live in an apartment with 5 guys. They're not helping me with my garden dreams because they're just like too focused on opening up their hamburger restaurant.
Like 5 Guys burgers and fries?
See, that's what they're worried about. They're thinking about dropping a guy, making it 4 guys. Hey, here's a fun fact. The elderberry is called that because it's the oldest of all the berries. It's the elderberry, God's first berry. Bees! I love bees. And you know what? We can't do this here. This is embarrassing. Someone give me a garden. What about this? Is this a good garden?
Just looks like a field.
You know, I'd like it if you use your imagination a little bit. Oh, come on! Everybody has seltzer cans. I'm not paying you for that.
Hey.
Hi, and welcome to Greta's Garden. I'm Greta, and today we're going to be talking about making a farm in your backyard. You can grow a pepper plant like this in a pot. Oh, shit. Pull me up. Pull me up!
I can't. I have the camera.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
All right.
That was me.
That was Greta Gardner. I mean, if you want to do a gardening show, I don't know how you get into that and become that person. You automatically have to be rich with a house with a garden.
You have to have a garden. Martha Stewart was independently wealthy before she got the Martha Stewart show. Those are just facts. Our next participant, that's just it. That's just the way it goes. You don't live in an apartment and get a garden show.
Yeah.
Our next participant coming to the screen is the wonderful Nick Maritato. Give it up for Nick Maritato, everybody, helping us through the show.
Hi, Nick. Great job.
Hey, it's been an okay job.
No, it's fine.
It's less good than the first time. I'm promising you.
When has technology been consistent?
Every day for me up until 5 seconds ago. I will never feel good about what I did to my poor Ashley and her video that she worked on for 11 minutes.
We did lose 5 followers. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you so much. I also enjoyed your video. Thank you. Nick, we get a special treat here with your short film. It's a debut,
and we're very excited. We just have a couple questions for you. One, what's the worst and the best movie you've seen in quarantine?
Well, Ashley, you know we really don't watch movies. I watched the 2 movies you watched and mentioned, right?
Haunted Mansion, Country Bears.
Now, what did you claim about those? Did you say that which one was the one you didn't like and which one was the one that you liked?
I said it was a tie for the worst, the 2 worst. But I did like both of them. I liked Haunted Mansion. I liked Haunted Mansion more than you did.
Yeah, that was the worst movie, The Haunted Mansion, that I've seen in 20.
I would watch it again. I'd watch it right now.
You do like it. I don't understand why.
You loved Uncut Gems. That might be your favorite.
I think I may have.
Oh my God.
This year, but I did love it.
I forgot about that movie. I think that would be my worst.
You didn't like it?
No, it's anxiety inducing.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that for some reason. I did like it, but I may have watched 3 movies this whole year. Ashley and I. Is it okay if I talk a little bit about our personal lives, Ash?
Sure, why not? Just air it out. I'm gonna get a drink.
This is tough for the both of us to admit, but we've probably watched like 60 hours of Survivor.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's
true.
The amount of Survivor we are watching.
It's the greatest show on television. Sorry.
So that was really great, and I really like that. And I also had the Criterion Collection for like the app for like the first 2-week trial, and I may have watched one thing and just couldn't bring myself to watch any of those other strange options.
Russ said Big Brother
weird.
is better. Russ is in the chat saying Big Brother is better. Russ, we don't
I'd
agree.
have to disagree.
I'm so sorry. I am excited about Big Brother All Stars though.
Sure, of course.
I
Now,
just can't believe those 2 TV shows still have the high fan base that they do, even when they started. I mean, those shows have been on for 20 years now.
Yeah. I mean, Sarah, Survivor is a masterpiece.
Okay.
I've
never seen
watch it.
Oh, that's great. You should watch them all. There's 40.
I have the time.
Yeah, just do it.
It's so good. And you like reality television, but it's pure reality television because they're so desperate they can't manufacture storylines. So it's like the storylines are real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nick, you got to get rid of one genre. What's it going to be? How are you going to do it?
I decided I'm gonna get rid of comedy, but then in like 6 months, I'm gonna make a film about a guy who farts once in public, and it's gonna be known as like the funniest film that's ever been made. And then I will have made that one comedy film.
I believe it.
Guy who farts in public, and once, and he gets made fun of, or he becomes the president, or he becomes like a rich person off of it. That's the script. I haven't written it yet because I just thought of it. And then I'll be the most famous comedy director that's ever lived because no one could ever conceive of such a funny thing. Nobody thought of it.
Wow, what a plan.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're a man with a plan.
Am I allowed to profit off of this question? I didn't know that was part of the rules.
I'm just worried that somebody's going to take your idea and make it before you get to it.
You're right. That's, I mean, somebody's watching this stream right now. I gave up my idea.
Should have kept it a secret.
I'm pitching a Zoom show right now. If you guys are kind of interested in that.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
It's called What's Behind the Curtain. And so I have a curtain right here, and you have to guess what's behind it. And Sarah, do you want to take a guess?
Can I say like a dolphin in a water tank?
A dolphin in a water tank. Ashley, do you want to take a guess?
I'm going to say a cute little kitty cat named Lily.
Well, you both are close, but wrong. It's Paula Poundstone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paula,
Very good.
great to see you.
I love
You
Paula.
guys want to take another shot at it?
No, let's give everybody give Nick a round of applause at home.
There's something
He's
different.
now going to play.
I'm telling you, there's something different behind the curtain this time.
Okay, I have a guess. Is it
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Did you just say Barry Fleinfeld?
Is it Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes, it's Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow. Ashley, you're so good at this.
Nick has 2 backgrounds he uses on Zoom, and I know what they are: Paula Poundstone and Jerry Seinfeld.
I do have one,
Okay.
a third background. You know I have this third background.
Please don't put that one up.
So OJ case.
that one. Okay, everybody, give Nick a round of applause. We're gonna watch Nick's film.
I just want to say this before, because Ashley, you said you were going to say this, but you didn't.
Yeah, I
This
didn't.
This is not a film, and I feel bad about putting it in this film festival. You can think of it as a film, but it's just a pilot for a talk show that I'm doing. So I apologize.
The film, we say film in a very loose way, okay? It's just make something
I'm saying
and we can
what I
show
saw
it.
here tonight was film. I saw film tonight. And what I'm just feeling a little inadequate in the art department, you know?
That's all right.
Sorry.
Mine's coming up, and it doesn't fall into the category of film either. So you're safe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna attempt to share my video now.
Okay, great job, babe.
Okay. Folks, welcome to Nighty Nights. I hope you're having a good nighty night, and I hope you're watching this while you're having sex. You know, the election is coming up. Who are you going to vote for in November? Who knows? You know, big fat Trump, less fat Biden. Well, we here at Nighty Night have a third choice for you, and I really hope you consider it. You see, in November, I'm going to be casting my ballot for this salami sandwich. Let me tell you a little bit about this sandwich. It's on rye, 2 pieces of salami, 2 pieces of Swiss, no condiments, because I think it's important that our candidates stay dry. That's the rye bread, 2 pieces of Swiss, and there's no salami on the sandwich. Guys, is that purposeful? I guess we don't have any salami. I'm not voting for that. Well, it's good you tuned in for tonight's show, because we do have another installment of our own Owen the Jerk, and he's out on the town. He likes to show us all the places that the people go. Owen, are you out there?
Hi, Nick. Thanks. I'm in front of Nagel's, famous ice cream shop on the Jersey Shore.
Thank you, Owen. Owen the Jerk. Guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, dumbass animals. We are back. My first segment is a furry little guest. We have Lily the cat. Lily, how are you? What's going on, Lily? That's a microphone. Why aren't you talking to it? No? Okay, and you're gone, as if you don't know you're on TV. What a fucking dumbass. All right, when we come back, our guest Megan Bellinger here from We're Back. My first guest hosts Smelly Jobs on the Traveling Channel. The always wonderful Megan Bellinger. Megan, come on out. Hi, thanks for being here. That is the show. Tomorrow night on Nighty Night, Judge Reinhold. Nighty Night.
Give it up for Nick, everybody. That was Nick Maritato with his show Nighty Night.
Watch that.
Yes. Would you love to watch that? I'm trying to convince him to make a whole show. Let's get into our next participant, the lovely Sarah Tolamash.
That's me.
That's you.
All right.
That
Well,
is
this one's my homage to Stephen King's Carrie. And then this is just her monologue.
And let's give Nick a second to pull it up, because he does want us to vamp. You know, he does. That's his one request, is that we keep vamping. Maybe I should bring back the movie facts.
Well, did you know that Sissy Spacek was nominated for an Oscar for that movie?
I
didn't know that. It feels like horror movies hardly ever get nominated for Oscars, unless
It
I guess
really
Silence
does.
of the Lambs did.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Give it up for Sarah.
Okay, put a finger down if you got your period And then all these girls started making fun of you. And then the gym teacher got mad at them and gave them detention. And then one girl said this was bullshit and she walked out and then she was mad at you. And then this other girl felt bad, so she made her boyfriend take you to prom. And so you were like, at first you thought it was a joke, and then you went, and then you got really dolled up, and then you ended up winning prom queen with your date. And then the girl that was really mad at you that walked out of her detention, she went to a pig farm and she killed a bunch of pigs with her boyfriend and then put all the blood in a bucket. And then when you won prom queen, she pulled the rope and all this blood came at you. And then that day you also found out you had telekinesis powers. So you were so mad that you locked the gym and then you murdered everybody in there.
All right.
Great job. Great job, Sarah. Great job. I love a character monologue. Love it.
It was a character study. I figured if Carrie was now, she would definitely go on TikTok and do the put a finger down, although I can't do, I guess this is the best way of doing it.
100%. Yes.
It
Let's
hurts.
welcome our next participant to the screen, the ever wonderful and friend of the show, Julia Johns. Give it up for Julia Johns. Come on down, Julia, and tell us what you're drinking. I'm having a raspberry bubbly, and
Oh,
I love
that's
it.
fancy. There she
I know, I
is. She's
put it in
coming
this
up.
glass.
Hello, I went to the
Yeah.
bathroom. Hello.
Julia.
It's a long
Hi.
movie. You got to go to the bathroom.
I did. I had to. And
Yeah.
I went at the wrong time. And
Do
I
you
missed
know
it.
there's- do you know
What?
there's a website that tells you the best time to go to the bathroom in movies?
Oh,
Incredible.
that's good to know. I recently
That
found
is
an
good to
interesting website that shows for scary movies, it's like spooky meter or something. And so it rates things like if you don't like gore, if you don't like ghost stuff, and so it like tells you that. So it's like no spoilers, but you would know if it's not for you or not, you know?
Yes. Well,
Very
I like
cool.
horror movies, but sometimes you're like, sometimes the horror is too realistic and grotesque that I'm like, I just want like a haunting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Good haunting.
Mhm. I prefer just a straight up old fashioned thriller. I prefer like, a man in the woods, and like maybe he was also outside of your work earlier, that sort of a thing. And just I want to be on edge. I don't want to see any blood and I don't want to see any ghosts because those are
No
the two things
ghosts.
I believe in. I believe in ghosts and blood, and I don't want to do that. Julia, best and worst movie of quarantine.
Well, I just
You
muted
have
myself.
muted. You were muted for a
I
second.
think one of my it was for a second. Was Ready or Not, which is a thriller, and it was also like a fun. I really liked that.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
A lot of
Sarah,
gore
did you
also.
see it?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So great.
That's the one where she marries into a family that likes creative board games and then
Yes.
the night ensues.
Yeah.
And
I
then
had
maybe
to,
they
like-
made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was a
had
really good one.
going into it because I was like felt myself being too invested in the characters, and then I had to tell myself like, no, this is like meant to be kind of a fun thing too. Like you have to not care about anybody, and then I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Great. Worst movie.
I can't even remember what it was called now. That's how bad it was. It was Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, it was on the Netflix?
Let's go with it. Yeah, it was Netflix. And so I kind of put it on. It was like while I was doing stuff. And so I barely paid attention to it. And when I did, I had no idea what was going on. And there was never anything funny. So bad. All of a sudden, like Nicole Kidman's in it. Dave Matthews is in it. I was like,
Weird. Speaking of Survivor, there was a one of the challenges on Survivor that we recently watched where the prize was a special viewing of Jack and Jill, the Adam Sandler bomb. And then afterwards they had to talk about, they were like, yeah, we love this movie. It was about family and like we're a family. And it was just real fun to go down that old path.
Man, he's got so many bombs.
But
Yeah.
so many gems.
That's gems. I like
Lots
him.
of
He's a
gems.
serious actor I really like. And then him in the 90s when I was a kid, like I loved all those movies. But now it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
he's like,
the women, his love interests are always so young. And he like in this movie that I watched, I think he was like in his 40s, and Brooklyn Decker is like early 20s.
Yeah.
That will just turn me off on a movie because I'm like, I don't believe it, and so I'm out. I'm out. You have to get rid of one genre. What's it gonna be, Julia? Most people have said it, but Western. Never been a fan.
Yeah.
Of Western. Wow. It's like you guys have never seen the movie Maverick. I don't get it.
Or Young Guns.
So many others. All the like Clint Eastwood movies are so bad. He can't act. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I think. Wait, I like 3:10 to Yuma with Ben Foster.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I do. I think that's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
I'll give it. Well, Julia, thanks for being here. We're gonna show your video. Everybody, give it up for Julia Johns at home. The lovely Julia Johns, friend of the show. Here we go.
What have you been watching? Have you seen Dark? It's really good. Oh, and I May Destroy You. Have you seen that? You have to watch it.
I've been rewatching Frasier. You should do that. There's 11 seasons.
Oh, you've got to watch Insecure. It's new. Well, there's 4 seasons, and there's about to be a 5th. It's so good.
Oh, you've got to watch Forensic Files. There's, I think, 14 seasons, and each season is like 30 or 40 episodes. Have you seen Little Women, Big Fibs? It's really good, but you have to watch it on Blammo. It's $30 a month.
Oh, you have to watch The Flamingo. There's only 2 seasons of it. Each episode is 16 hours long. You have to watch The Journal. It came out yesterday, and there's 56 episodes.
Okay, here we go. What am I going to watch? Let's look at some tweets. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
All right. Hi.
There we go. Julia John.
I mean, Blammo.
Yeah.
Blammo.
I can't watch everything. I love that. I love that. But you know what? It really speaks to that feeling of I can't watch everything. I just can't. I can't get it. I can't watch it all.
No. Well, in the beginning of quarantine, I could do it, but now things have picked up.
That's true.
Those days are over. It's back to like I started Ozark and then couldn't complete it, even though I was liking it.
Sarah, we only have like 2 more videos left.
Yeah, both parties couldn't make it. They have shows, so we will just show their film.
Yeah, we're gonna show it. Please give it up for Khalees Hawkins at home. This is Khalees Hawkins' film.
So tell me something about you, Linda. Well, the first thing you need to know about me is I'm not your fucking mom. I never thought that. But okay. I'm sorry. It's just that I've dated a lot of emotionally stunted men that expect me to be mommy, and I am over it. Haha. Don't worry. Oh man, here. Oh, yes, you are.
Yes.
Khalees. Give it up for Khalees.
It's so hard to play both parts.
I love when that happens, though. I really enjoy watching that. Remember when Katie did it last month? Khalees doing it this month. Yeah, it's so. I like when people can like showcase their talent in that way. I don't know if I could. I've never tried it.
No, that's why I always thought that Lindsay Lohan was quite impressive in Parent Trap. And
Sarah,
Haley
how are we going to get more people to watch our show? What are we going to do? I think we have to promote it. We've got to promote it earlier, okay? And
well, maybe we can get big Hollywood actors to do it. Do you know that
Mhm.
Netflix has Netflix has a show about filmmakers, well-known filmmakers and the stuff that they made during quarantine, and I was like, they owe us so much money.
Oh my God, we have to get. They need to bring us on their creative team. Okay, so we're gonna promote a lot more next time. But if you're watching now and like you're not watching live, please go ahead and donate some money to us. We would like to get a fat check or just a check to the FRRC. Yeah, those are our Venmo handles. We're just trying to help some people who have recently been released from prison get their right to vote back. I mean, come on. Have you ever heard of universal suffrage? Everyone should be allowed to vote. And we think that is something we'd like to help people get their rights back in that way. You gotta pay fines.
You don't want to start off out of jail or prison in the hole. You want a fair ground. Get your life back so you don't go back to crime or stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would want to be able to vote, I would be like, that's my right as a citizen. Our next participant could also not be here, but they did send us their answers. Do you have them pulled up, Sarah?
No. No,
Sarah?
I do not. Let me.
Okay, I think I can do it too. We can put. Okay, I got some answers here. Zach Broussard is our next participant we're going to show a video from. We love Zach. Sarah used to have a podcast with Zach, 2014 when they lived in New York. And I was on the podcast. It was one of my favorite podcasts.
You broke a story that I've never heard before. That's really fascinating. Ashley
fun story.
Broke the Michael Vick dog training. The side of the dog.
He wasn't really training. There was dog fighting. Yes. And I did. It
was impressive.
I did, as an undergrad, I broke a big story about a county council woman who had ties to dog fighting, and eventually the paper trail did go back to good old Michael Vick. But I don't take credit for that. But it does go back to Michael Vick. And anyway, I don't know how we're talking about dog fighting, but Zach Broussard submitted a video, and actually, Zach's wonderful wife, Mary Lords, who is a writer and comedian and just an all-around creative, directed this. So I was very happy to find that they did a collaboration. So here are Zach's answers. Since he's at home, what has he learned about his home in quarantine? And he said that my home is teaching me, like now, thanks to being in